What's up? It's your guy D Money. We are about to finish the top 10 freshest in the Northwest. It's a little after midnight. We appreciate you sticking with us. Our whole panel here is definitely, we've discussed a lot here about the Northwest. A lot of artists here in the Northwest making noise. I mean, we give thanks even to all the artists that even didn't make the list and are making noise on their own merits. Everybody out here definitely has a lot of talent. Everybody out here deserves a lot of recognition. But, as it is, we have a top 10 list here. Nemo was number 10, Q.9, Brainstorm 8, Avatar Youngblaze 7, Saul 6, 5 Rich, Nacho Picasso number 4, 84 Fly 3, and Macklemore just passed 84 Fly to get number 2. Number 1, as voted by the panel and the 300 plus fans that voted, is Jay Pinder.
2 words about Jay Pinder. Google him. I mean, this guy's he's putting in work, man. I mean, he's doing stuff with everybody. I mean, videos, his music has substance behind it. I mean, he's cool. You know what I mean? You want to be. You know what I mean? You just want to be him. I wouldn't even tailor him as a local artist. I mean, I feel like he's bigger than that. I mean, I'm just proud that he's actually from here. So I think it's dope.
I mean, I guess like if I didn't know who he was, I would think he was like from New York or something. It's like to me, it has like more like an East Coast kind of vibe to him, which I think that's dope. You know that he was on those 2 tours. He's definitely doing his thing now, and I think it's well deserved. I mean, you know, he's doing his thing with Soul Gorilla, and then fizzled out, and he kind of was stuck in limbo there for a minute, but he figured a way to work it out. You know.
Jay Pinder's been on 2 big tours already. Black Milk and Talib, and that's not even finished yet. And I know he's going on another tour later in the year, but already when he just dropped Careless, I definitely think he's in the top 5 for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah, he's got MTV support, he's touring, he's making good music. I like Pinder a lot. I personally had Macklemore at number 1 and Pinder at number 2, but I'm definitely not mad that he's up there on the list at all.
Alright, I've definitely seen a lot of love from Pinder. But there's also been a lot of love from Macklemore. Jay Pinder, number 1.
Pinder didn't play on opening day for the Bears.
We didn't make a me out song, but if you would have, it would have been battling.
Yeah, I definitely think Pinder he's been putting in a lot of work. He definitely has a good name for himself, and he has potential, to do the big things that Macklemore has already done. But at the same time, I definitely think Macklemore belongs very, very high.
Like I said, I would put Macklemore above Pinder in terms of who's buzzing the most in 2012. I had Pinder number 2 on my list. I think he's doing great work, but I don't see, when you factor in all the accomplishments that Max had over the last year, plus I don't see how anyone in the Northwest region is topping him right now.
His thing is, the year's not over yet.
Yeah, we're halfway this year.
Yeah, we're halfway through the year, so there's still a lot of time for Pinder to do.
Well, I mean, Pinder just put out a project. Max about to put out a project.
Yeah.
Like, that will shut it down. Like, there should be no debate. When Macklemore and Ryan Lewis drop their next album and it gets covered by every website around, every music magazine around, and they go on a national tour, like, we'll look back at this and be like, yeah, obviously.
If we're talking about the factors that go into what make the criteria, Macklemore has had aces, everything.
Plus, he could go on a national tour as the headliner and sell out spots.
Exactly.
Nobody on that list can do that besides Macklemore.
Alright, it definitely looks like we're almost ready for a vote here, but I do want to pose this question right here. Let's say we do this list next year. What's Jay Pinder's outlook? Do you think he can challenge Macklemore here?
I do. I think with his cosigns that he has already, like with Black Milk and Kweli, that's really strong. So I mean, his future is going to be linked up with these really respectable hip hop people in the industry.
How can we sit here and say if we think somebody's good enough to be on this list this year, none of us are going to be in that same vein and say, well, yeah, but he probably ain't going to make it next year. I don't think anybody's going to say that about anybody on the list. He's hot now.
No, they're all moving up.
Yeah,
in the right direction.
Yeah.
In terms of is Pinder moving fast enough upward direction that he can
To
challenge Macklemore?
Yeah, to overtake Macklemore.
I don't know.
He already has. He's number one right now. He's number one right now.
Well, no, but to challenge him, I'm not sure anyone is that close to Macklemore. Look at how marketable Macklemore is too on a national level. As big as Mac is this year, you don't think he can be even bigger next year?
Yeah, absolutely. They'll
I
probably
mean,
sign next year.
You don't think he could be a household name next year? Which one is MTV more likely to put on?
Racism.
Realism. Unfortunately.
Racism is real, man.
Yeah. I mean that is a factor.
I commend you for even just throwing it out there. It's true. That's an issue that's not worth this. We can't discuss it right now, but we don't want to sidestep and pretend that it doesn't.
But I think the dopest thing about this is that Mac already discussed it. One of Mac's first songs was called White Privilege.
Yeah.
He discussed this in like 2005.
Yeah, it's not Mac.
And Mac knows that. Yeah, exactly. And Mac's not. He knows that at every point, no matter what he does, that's part of the conversation.
Totally, for
And it always will be.
Respect for him.
And one of the dopest things he can do is acknowledge it. Like, if he swept it under the rug, if he.
And we need to acknowledge that too. Is his popularity has something to do with white privilege.
Yeah, I mean it's working within the framework that we're all living in.
Yeah.
And I think that as long as we ask that he recognize this, then I think that's all we can really do. I mean, he's being truthful about it. Like it's not something that he hides. It's not something that he runs from. He answers every question about it when it's discussed. He put it in his music before anyone wanted to bring it up, and he'll continue to talk about it in his music.
On that note, let's vote. Is Macklemore the freshest in the Northwest? Macklemore, the freshest in the Northwest.
I had to whip you
1, 2,
this time.
3, 4, 5. Macklemore is the freshest in the Northwest.
My number one was Shabazz Palaces. Just throw it out.
Thank our panel for putting together this list. We would like to thank the over 300 people who submitted votes. We would like to thank everybody out who came out tonight here at Twilight Martini Lounge. We hope you enjoyed yourself, and we hope you have a safe drive home. I'm D Money. I'm the program director of Juice Radio, and
I would say I think we should talk about the people who didn't make it off the list. Like they're just people personally that I recognize. We call it B-roll or whatever. But like, Ish from Shabazz Palaces, like he was high on my list. I had other people like Thad,
Prometheus Brown.
Yeah, I don't know. That's another thing. I don't know how you have a list of the 10 freshest people you don't have Geologic, Prometheus Brown on the list. He put out an album this year.
I like Flywood Royalty.
and I was really surprised about Greaves. I was very
Greaves is on Rhyme Sayers and touring and doing festivals. I had The Goodson, I had Luck One,
Tayshaun, Kings.
I mean the business, yeah, we're talking
Luck
production.
One, yeah.
Parker, other people like that.
Andre Osborne, Jar.
Yeah, I just had a bunch of dudes from, down John Salt. I had
John Brown from
I had Riseburg because I mean.
But do you have the Riseburg shirt?
That's true though. Somebody actually wrote in on a fan vote, DJ Super.
Tell your kids to get out there.
I also put in Lisa Soprano.
Yeah.
Oh, I was pretty
I like
shocked
these
about him.
people.
I've seen this guy's turnout at shows.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, I put DC on, and just, more or less just my little local area. Because like when I walk the streets of Tacoma, it's like, well, who do you think is the best rapper out here in Tacoma? The three names that I always get to come up: Tac Patron, Stunner Kid, his name is out there, I don't know why, and 50 Cal.
Internet.
I'm just saying, I haven't heard a single song from any of those three.
Another thing I'd like to point out is nobody from Portland made the list. Nobody.
Well, I mean,
I
I think part of that is that you asked a bunch of people in the
Yeah,
Seattle
I mean,
Tacoma area to
this
put
is
together a
true.
list.
This is true.
And while we all know them and they're the homies and they're putting in work, we don't see it on a daily basis.
Not everybody knows.
Like I have no idea who's grinding in Portland on a daily basis. Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
Cool
for
Nuts.
somebody like me, I'm in Portland once a
I
month,
mean,
so I
Luck
know
One,
more than
Space spends time down there. Like,
Macklemore, Georgia State.
yeah, I mean, I think it's a little tough. We didn't shout out anyone from Vancouver. There are people up in Vancouver who are doing it up just north of the border, just 2 hours.
I'm pretty
That's like
sure
Jack Ross used to
everyone
say.
there is going to be happy. happy.
He's doing the roast. He's like, well, are they here? Then fuck 'em.